all, and welcome back to Valkyrie's Art Corner. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell for notification of my new videos. Today we're going to be painting a abstract Charizard from Pokemon. Charizard is a pretty fierce Pokemon, and he is very, very much loved by a lot of people. So that's partly why we're going to do it. And I've been recently playing Pokemon Sword. I know I'm a little bit late, but Charizard's a really awesome character in the game. So what I'm doing here is I'm painting in a solid black background to just start in on the painting. And then we're going to cover the whole canvas just like so. And then we're going to let it set and let it dry. And this is where I cut back in 15 minutes later. And since it's black, we're going to use the white wax pencil to kind of draw in where we want everything. This time around, I'm actually freehanding it because I use the grid so much, I can actually just imagine the grids on there. And eventually you'll be able to do that too. So, yeah, you just pretty much, you go around just adding in the areas of where you're wanting paint to go and then how you want it to look. If you end up not using those white lines that you put down, you can always paint over them. So that's the beauty of paintings. Now, pencil or color pencil paintings and marker paintings aren't as forgiving, but that's partly why I really, really like painting. Is because you can just kind of, if you mess up a little bit or anything like that, you can always go back in and fix that. So what I'm doing here is filling in some of the areas where I paint or drew the white on with orange, because Charizard's orange typically. I know his Mega Evolutions or anything like that, he's sometimes black and blue, but we're just going to go with his standard form here. And then everywhere you've marked, just do a little creativity. You don't necessarily have to stay in the lines because this is an abstract painting, so it's not going to be a solid Charizard. And see, I'm marking right there, and I actually don't like the position of where his eye is, but it was just put there just so we can get an idea of where we want to put it. And then just filling this in here, kind of using our artistic license, which that means that you can kind of just do whatever you want with it right here at this point. So as long as you're just filling in these areas. And you're going to do that the rest of the way around where you've marked that you want to have orange. At that point in time, I ran out of storage on my phone, so it cut the video. So I have to start in with another set of videos. That's why that whole area has been filled, but it kind of saves us some time so you can see where it looks like. And then what I'm doing here is using the orange that I'm currently using and doing a splatter effect to it to kind of give this really nice pop in the background. And then we're going to actually do that with all the colors except for white and blue that we're going to be using, so that way it kind of stays consistent. So now I'm mixing white in with orange to kind of give a highlight on Charizard's face. And again, just kind of use your artistic insight, kind of do whatever, make it look like there's wops or any extra lines or anything like that. Now would be the time to do it. And again, I'm going to do the same thing with this one that I did the other one, is after I get all the highlights put in, I'm going to saturate the brush with water and flick it the same way I just did on the darker orange. After I get some extra lines put in, just to kind of give it some splash. So yeah, and that's what I'm gonna do right there, just to add it. And then I got the paintbrush a little extra wet to kind of get these really cool blots and extra smear lines and everything like that, and just kind of shook it over the canvas to get that look to it. And then now I took some black and put it back on top of it just to kind of give it a cool look. And then I let it dry for 30 minutes because the water got really wet. So what I did here was I drew back in where his other eye would go and just completely covered it in black and added some little details to go with it. And then I'm going to go to the other eye and color it in white. And then I can just adjust it however, since it is a black background. And then this side was still a little wet. When I went back into it, it started to turn the eye a little gray, but it works out eventually because I started to get used to just doing the wet on wet technique over there to keep pace with the other eye, so that way one eye wasn't dry, one eye was, so I could paint on it. And then I found the blue I was looking for, so I'm going to make this one a little bit wider and attempt to make the other one a little bit lighter as well. Put the teeth in. It's starting to look really cool. And now we're adding the blue. And this is more of like a teal blue rather than a blue, so it has a little bit of green mixed into it. And then I added a little black into the teal to kind of give some shading on the eye. And now I'm going to go over here and do the same thing after I touched it up a little bit over there. And then add in a black pupil. And I'm also giving the other eye a chance to dry. So now I'm going to add in the blue. It was still just a little bit wet, so I'm just going to keep adding on to the blue until I get the color I want. And then shade that one in just like the other one. So that one was a little dark. And then add in the pupil here as well. And then what I'm going to do next is I'm going to put a white dot just for like a light reflection. It makes your character look more alive, and also where the light's shining on it too. And I'm going to go ahead and sign it so I don't get too messy down there, but I'm going to go back in here and touch that up a little bit. So that's the finished product on the painting. Remember, like, comment, and subscribe, and I will be posting videos Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.